Hello students. In today's video, we will be continuing the explanation about the 12th chapter in your English course book, The Voter. Before going into the video, if anyone is seeing the channel for the first time or if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe and share it with your friends, and also click the bell button to receive notification whenever I upload new videos. So without wasting time, let us get into the video. So in the last video, we have seen the first part of the chapter Voter, and I hope you remember the author was Chinua Achebe. Okay. So in the last, just let us revise the points which we have studied in the last chapter. We have studied that there was a young man called Rufus Okeke in the village of Umofia, and he was liked by the people of the village because he did not leave his village in search of a job. He was always staying in his village. And again we have studied about another person. The next person we have studied was Marcus Ebe. Marcus Ebe was Chief the Honorable, and he belonged to a party called as People's Alliance Party. People's Alliance Party. Now the elections were coming, and Rufus Okeke, in short he was called as a Roof, he was working for Marcus Ebe. He was campaigning for Marcus Ebe. So with the normal campaigning in the morning, they were also doing whispering campaign at the night. That is, whispering campaign means they were distributing some money and all to people to buy votes. So that was happening. So when this whispering campaigning was happening, one day Roof went to give or distribute some money to some elderly people, and during that time these elders did not agree for 2 shillings. 2 shillings were given first, they did not agree, and Roof added 2 more shillings, and then total 4 shillings were agreed, and finally Roof told that if you want you can take it, and if you don't want you can go and vote for enemies. So till that we had studied in the last video. So now let us continue with the next part. Okay. So in the next part, so Roof had already told them, go vote for your enemies if you don't want to take this money. So the enemy whom Roof referred, so Roof had told about one enemy. The enemy was the other opposition party. The opposition party's name was Progressive Organization Party. So this is People's Alliance Party, PAP, and the opposite party, enemy party, is Progressive Organization Party, POP for short. So there are two parties, PAP and POP. So this was the enemy party, and this party was formed by the tribes. Okay, the tribes had formed this party down the coast, and these party proclaimed, as the founders of the party proclaimed, from total political, cultural, social and religious annihilation. Annihilation means destruction. So this party was actually made to save the tribes, okay, to save the tribes from political, cultural, social and religious destruction. During that time there were many problems for the tribes, and to save the tribes this party was formed, that is Progressive Organization Party, POP. And although it was clear the party had no chance here, so it was very clear that this party had no chance, because Marcus Ebe's party, PAP, was very famous. Okay, the party was very famous, that it was very clear for everyone that this opposite party is not going to win. There is no chance. And the party had no chance here. It had plunged with typical foolishness into a straight fight with PAP. So it was a foolishness that this party was going to fight with PAP. So it was very sure for everyone that only PAP is going to win and POP is not going to win. So it did not have any chance. And what did this POP do to win? The POP, what they did was, were providing cars and loudspeakers to a few local rascals. Okay, they tried some methods to win. That is, what did they do? They gave cars and loudspeakers to some local rascals and thugs. What do you mean by local rascals and thugs? That is, these are bad guys or the people with no proper behavior. So they were not so proper people. Okay, they were not good people, they were bad people, and to such people they gave some cars and loudspeakers and told them to go and work for POP. That is what the mistake which was done by Progressive Organization Party. On the other hand, for PAP, who is working, people like Roof is working, and Roof is very famous in his village. People love him so much. But on the opposite side, for POP, the people who are working were local rascals and thugs. That is, the people with not proper behavior, some bad guys were working for POP. So that was the mistake done by Progressive Organization Party in means of campaigning. Okay, and they started, these local rascals and thugs, they made a lot of noise, but the people were not interested in that. No one knew for certain how much money POP had let loose in Umofia. They had this People's Progressive Organization Party (POP) had spent so much money. They had spent so much money. People did not know how much they had spent for this election purpose. But the only result was that these local campaigners, that is, these local rascals and thugs, no, they will become very rich. There was no other result which was going to come. Only thing was that these campaigners will become rich. That is the only result which was going to come. POP was not going to win. Now, up to the last night, everything had been moving according to plan. Till last night, everything was going according to plan, as Roof would have put it. Then he had received a strange visit from the leader of the POP campaign team. It was that time when the POP campaign leader came and visited Roof. Okay, he came and visited Roof. Although he and Roof were well known to each other, actually this leader and Roof were known to each other. Both of them knew each other and might even be called friends. We can actually tell that Roof and this leader were friends. Okay, they knew each other. More than that, they were friends. His visit was cold and businesslike. That is, this leader's visit was cold. That is, he did not show any friendship towards Roof. Okay, any friendship or any warmth towards Roof. Usually when you meet a friend, you will show that warmth, you will show that love towards a friend when you meet a friend. But here this leader, although he was a friend of Roof, he did not show any warmth, he did not show any friendship. It was very cold and it was just official, like a business meeting. And this leader came to visit Roof. Now, no words were wasted. What do you mean by that? No words were wasted. That is, only whatever he wanted, he talked. No words were wasted. That means only whatever was necessary, he talked. He did not utter unnecessarily. So, no unnecessary talks were there. Usually when you meet friends, so many things you will talk. But it was not like that. He did not waste a word. Whatever was needed. Whatever was needed, just those words he said. He placed 5 pounds on the floor before Roof and said, immediately this leader, the leader of POP, took 5 pounds and kept in front of Roof. Okay, and he said only a few words. We want your vote. So no words were wasted, I told you. He just said, we want your vote. We want Roof's vote for POP. That were the words which was spoken by the leader of POP. He kept 5 pounds. You have to remember, Roof had given only just 4 shillings to those elders to buy the vote. But here he gave 5 pounds and asked, we want your vote. Roof was shocked hearing that. Roof did not expect such a word from the leader. Roof got up from his chair, went to the outside door, closed it carefully and returned to his chair. So Roof, suddenly he went to the door and he closed the door and came back because Roof was frightened. If someone hears this, it is very bad because he is working for PAP and that time someone is asking his vote for the opposition party, that is Progressive Organization Party. He went and closed the door and he came back and sat in his chair. The brief exercise gave him enough time to weigh the proposition. That means this small time, that is getting up from his chair, getting up, going to the door, closing the door and coming back. Okay, this small time gave him enough time to weigh the proposition. Weighing the proposition means it gave him time to think. Okay, think about the offer. Think about the offer, whether I should take it, whether I should accept it, whether I should reject it. That time when he got up, went to the door and closed the door, that time he got the time to think about the positive and negative, or whether I should accept or reject. As he spoke, his eyes never left the red notes on the floor. So when Roof was talking also, he was seeing the red notes. We have already seen that £5 note is lying down on the floor. So he was looking at those red notes and he was talking. He seems to be mesmerized by the picture of the cocoa farmer harvesting his crops. So he was like mesmerized. He was attracted. The picture on the note was attracting him. It was mesmerizing him. Okay, the picture on the note was the picture of a cocoa farmer harvesting his crops. It was just a farmer harvesting crops. That was the picture on the £5 note. So that picture attracted him like that. He was looking onto the note. So that means he was wanting to take the money, but he was thinking what I should do. Then Roof started to tell, you know, I work for Marcus. So Roof told that, you already know that I work for Marcus eBay. Okay, that is, I work for People Alliance Party. You already know that. He said feebly. He said feebly means he said in a very low voice. It will be bad. If already you know that I am working for Marcus, and when I am working for Marcus, if I give my vote for the opposition party, it will be bad. So what did the leader say? The leader said that Marcus will not be there when you put in your paper. We have plenty of work to do tonight. Are you taking this or not? So the leader said that when you are putting your vote, Marcus will not be there. Marcus will not be there. No one will see to whom you are putting your vote. And then he said, we don't have time to waste. We have so much work. Are you accepting or rejecting? He asked him only two questions, accept or reject. Are you taking this or not? So that was the question the leader asked to Roof, whether you are accepting or rejecting. You don't think that if you put your vote to the opposition party, someone will see. There will be no one to see because no, Marcus will not be there. So you have to decide whether you accept it or whether you reject it. So that was the question the leader asked. It will not be heard outside this room, asked Roof. So Roof was asking to this, Roof was still confused. Okay, Roof was still confused because he did not want to cheat his leader. So Roof, it will not be heard outside this room. So he asked, will it not be heard outside this room? We are after votes, not gossip. So the leader said, we are not behind all these gossips. If you're accepting it, accept, or rejecting it, reject. So like that, the leader was very strong. Leader of the opposite party, okay, POP, he was very strong, but Roof was confused. Finally, Roof said, all right. Finally, Roof almost took a decision and he said, all right. Then the man nudged his companion and he brought forward an object covered with a red cloth and proceeded to remove the cover. So now the man nudged his companion. What do you mean by nudged? Nudged means touch with elbow to get attention. Touch with elbow to get attention. That is, when someone is standing near you and you want to call him, you just take your elbow and touch him. Okay, that is how. That is the meaning of the word nudge. So the leader asked his companion. There was one more person standing near him, and to that person he asked, and that person brought an object covered with red cloth. There was an object covered with red cloth. So now what is that object covered with red cloth? He proceeded to remove the cover, and it was a fearsome little affair contained in a clay pot with feathers struck. There was something in a clay pot, and on that pot there was feathers some kind of feathers was struck on those clay pot, and that was covered with a red cloth, and that was brought in front of Roof. Okay, so when Roof told, all right, I will agree, that time the leader nudged his companion, that is, he touched his companion with the elbow, just telling him to bring something, and the person brought an object covered with red cloth, and when the cloth was removed, it was a clay pot, mud pot, and in that mud pot, there was some feathers struck on that. It is said that it was a fearsome little affair, something which he felt frightened. It was some kind of a, for superstition and all they use some kind of a thing like that, and that was brought in front of Roof. Now, what was that thing? What was that thing which was in front of Roof? The E comes from Mabanta. So, what is E? Okay. So, here there is a new word you have to learn. What is it? E. E is their native deity. Okay. Native deity. That is, we can say it is a kind of their village god. Native deity, basically you can tell it is a kind of their village god. And you know what that means. The leader said this native god or native deity, it comes from a place called as Mabanta. Okay, the place name is Mabanta, and he said to Roof, now you know what is meant by this. He asked Roof, leader asked Roof to swear by the god. You know, sometimes when you keep your when you give a promise, you tell that I swear in the name of God I will do this. So like that, swearing you will do in the name of God. The same thing the leader asked Roof to do. He asked Roof to swear in the name of this E. E is their native deity, their god. So if Roof, because the leader was doubtful, if you take the money and finally if Roof did not give the vote, so for that purpose, the leader asked Roof to keep his promise in the name of God and swear that you will vote for Maduka. Now, who is Maduka? Maduka is the leader of POP, leader, or we can say better candidate. Okay, he is the candidate who is, okay, he is candidate of the opposite party, that is POP. Now, Marcus is the candidate of PAP and Maduka is the candidate of POP. So the leader said, Roof, you promise in the name of God that you will put your vote for Maduka. And if you fail to do so, or that means if you did not do that, then E, take note. Then God will decide, because you have already sworn in the name of God. So if you don't keep your promise, then God will take note of you. That is what was said by the leader to Roof. Now Roof became a little conscious because he had to promise in the name of God. Roof's heart nearly flew out when he saw the E. That is, Roof's heart nearly flew out. Okay, heart nearly flew out. That means he got frightened because he saw that E in front of him and he has to promise or he has to swear upon this E. He got frightened. Indeed, he knew the fame of Mabanta in these things. So he knew how strong this E would be, because that place Mabanta is famous for all these things. But he was a man of quick decision. So Roof decided. Roof was very fast to decide. He was a person of quick decision. That means he knew to take his decisions very fast. And Roof thought, what could a single vote cast in secret for Maduka take away from Marcus' certain victory? So Roof thought, if I put a single vote to Maduka, nothing will happen to Marcus' success. Marcus will anyway win. Marcus will be victorious. Nothing will happen. So why not? Why not I agree and just put one single vote to Maduka? So what could a single vote cast in secret for Maduka take away from Marcus' certain victory? That is, he knew that Marcus was surely going to win. So nothing will happen. And finally he said, I will cast my paper for Maduka. If not, this E, take note. So finally Roof promised, I will cast my vote for Maduka, and if I did not do, let E take note of me. So Roof promised in name of E. That's all, said the man as he rose with his companion who had covered up the object again and was taking it back into their car. So like that, the leader of POP agreed, okay, then that's it, we are going, and the person took the E and he went away. You know he has no chance against Marcus, said Roof at the door. And finally, Roof said, whatever it is, Marcus is going to win. Maduka has no chances against Marcus. So Roof was very sure that Marcus was going to win. It is enough that he gets a few votes now. So now what happened was, one second. Okay. Now what happened was, it is enough that he gets a few votes now. Next time he will get more. People will hear that he gives pounds, not shillings, and they will listen. So the leader said that at least let him get a few votes now. That this time election, let him get few votes, and next time he will get more. Okay, next time he is going to get more votes. Why? Because people will start hearing that he is giving pounds, not shillings. That is Maduka. Maduka is giving pounds to the people because Roof was given 5 pounds. And what is Marcus doing? Marcus is only giving shillings. So if people comes to know that there is a leader, Maduka is giving pounds and Marcus is only giving shillings, then naturally next time people will vote only to Maduka. So that was their confidence, that was their plan. At least this time let him get few votes. Next time he will get more, because by that time people will come to know that Maduka is giving pounds, that is more money, and Marcus is only giving shillings. And they will listen, and that time people will listen. So that was what was agreed. Now Roof has agreed that he will put his vote to Maduka, and the leader of POP also agreed. Now the day of the election came, election morning. Okay, the great day every 5 years when people exercise their power. So election day is when people can show their power. Okay, people can show their power because the vote or the power is in their hand. Weather-beaten posters on walls of houses. So the posters and all, which already leaders' pictures, posters and all were destroyed by the weather. Okay, weather-beaten means weather have destroyed them because maybe rain or sun or wind and everything must have destroyed the posters on the walls of houses, tree trunks and telegraph poles. The few that were still whole called out their message to those who could read. So whichever posters were still there, it showed the message, and the people who can read, they were able to read. So that means there were the people of the village, everyone were not educated. So those who were able to read, those who were literate, they could read the message. So there were different messages on these posters. One was vote for, on one poster it was vote for People's Alliance Party. That is the poster which was campaigning for PAP said that vote for PAP. And another poster was vote for Progressive Organization Party, vote for POP. So like that, these posters that were torn out, called out as much of the message as they could. So there are these kind of posters were there. It was election day morning. This was the day when people had the power to use their power to vote, to select their leaders. Now, what happened? As usual, Chief the Honorable Marcus Eby was doing things in grand style. Now, Marcus Eby, you know that he was much sure that he will win the election, and he was doing everything in grand style. And what was the grand style? What was he doing things in grand style? He hired a high life band from Umru. Okay, he has hired a band, that is a high life band, from a place called as Umru, and stationed it at such a distance from the voting booth. Okay, at a distance, at some distance from the voting booth, he has kept, or he has hired a band, and the band was standing there, and stationed it just at a distance from the voting booth, as just managed to be lawful, because they cannot stand near the voting booth. According to the law, they cannot stand near. The leader who is participating could not stand near the voting booth. So according to the law, he stood a little far away from the voting booth, and with him there was a hired band. Okay, a band was standing, and the band was playing, and many villagers danced to the music. So he was doing everything inside. The villagers were dancing on the music of the band, and they were enjoying. Their ballot papers held aloft before proceeding to the booth. So these people were keeping their ballot paper in their hand, and they were dancing before going into the booth. Chief the Honorable Marcus Ebe sat in the honors corner, okay, of his enormous green car. So Marcus was sitting in his big green car. In the honors corner he was sitting, and he smiled and nodded. He was very happy. He was very confident. He smiled and nodded. He was nodding his head and he was smiling. One enlightened villager came up to the car, shook his hand with the great man, and said in advance, "Congrats." So one villager, he came to Marcus Ebe and he gave him a shake hand. He shook his hand, and he said in advance only, he said, "Congrats," because the villagers were so sure that Marcus Ebe was going to win. This one villager came. He shook the leader's hand and he told him, "Congrats." This immediately set the pattern. So when one person started doing this, then all the villagers started to repeat. Hundreds of admirers shook Marcus' hand and said, "Congrats." One person did, all of them started to repeat it. All of them started to shake Marcus' hand and started telling him, "Congrats." All of them started doing that. Roof and other organizers were prancing up and down. So Roof and there were other organizers or campaigning persons were prancing up and down. That is, they were moving up and down. Okay, prancing means they were moving up and down. They were in tension. They were moving up and down. Last minute advice they were giving to the people, and they were telling them, "Do not forget," he said again to a group of illiterate women who seemed ready to burst with enthusiasm and good humor. "Our sign is the motor car." Roof started talking to a group of illiterate women, uneducated women. They were standing there, and to them he was again and again telling, "Our sign is motor car." So motor car was a sign of People's Alliance Party. Okay, that is Marcus Ebe's party. He told, "Don't forget, our sign is motor car. You have to vote for motor car." Like that, he was keeping on telling to everyone so that they vote for Marcus Ebe. So now, what happened? Like the one Marcus is sitting inside, he pointed to the car in which Marcus is sitting. We have already told he was sitting in a huge green car, and he pointed to the car and said, "See that car in which Marcus is sitting?" And like that only is our symbol. Okay, so Marcus Ebe is sitting in that car, no? That only is our symbol. You have to vote for that. "Thank you, mother," said Roof. Again, he said to another woman, "Thank you, mother. It is the same car. The box with the car shown on its body is the box for you." He told, "There is a box on which the picture of car is there, and that is a box in which you should put your vote." So like that, he was advising everyone to vote for Marcus PAP. Don't look at the other with the man's head. So the opposite party's symbol was man's head. Okay, that is POP's symbol was man's head, and he told, Roof told, "Don't look at the opposite side where the box has the picture of man's head. It is for those whose heads are not correct." He just made fun of the opposite party, and he said that that box is only for those people whose heads are not correct. Okay, they were making fun of the opposite party and said that is for people whose heads are not correct. Now, what happened was, this was greeted with loud laughter. So when Roof said that that box with man's head is only for people whose heads are not correct, everyone started laughing. People all started laughing. Roof cast a quick and busy like glance towards the minister and received a smile of appreciation. Now Roof was liked by Marcus so much. So Roof looked at his leader And the leader just gave him a smile of appreciation. The leader was very happy. See, my person is working so much for me. He is campaigning for me even now. So the leader, that is Marcus, was very happy on Roof. But the thing was that Marcus still did not know the deal which already Roof has made. Without knowing the deal, Marcus was smiling at Roof. But inside, Roof had already promised that he is going to vote for the opposite party. Vote for the car, he shouted. Roof again started shouting, vote for the car. Car is our symbol. All the veins in his neck standing out. The veins in his neck and all were standing out. He was shouting, vote for the car and you will ride in it. So he was making the people attracted and said, if you vote for car, then what will happen? You will ride in it. You can ride in the car. Okay, like that he was attracting the people. Or if we don't, our children will. So if we don't do that, our children will. Piped the same sharp old girl. The band struck up a new number. So by that time, the band, already I told you, band was playing. Already Marcus have, he has taken a band for rent and that band was playing and people were dancing. So now the band started playing another music. Why walk when you can ride? So they were telling, why walk when you can ride? That new music was being played. In spite of his apparent calm and confidence, Chief the Honorable Marcus was a relentless stickler for detail. He knew he would win what the newspapers called a landslide victory. See, even though Marcus was very calm and confident, it is said that he was a stickler for detail. He wanted to get all the details. See, he knew that the newspaper said that he will get a landslide victory. Landslide victory means a victory with a majority, a very easy majority, huge majority victory. Okay, but he did not wish even so to throw away a single vote. Even though he knew that he will win with majority, Marcus did not want to waste a single vote. He did not want to waste a single vote. Did not want to waste a single vote. He wanted every vote to come to him. As soon as the first rush of voters was over, he promptly asked his campaign boys to go one at a time and put in their ballot paper. Now, almost all the people had finished voting. That time, he said to his boys, his own campaign boys, including Roof, he said, now one by one, you go and put your vote. Because he did not want to waste a single vote, he said, now one by one you go and put in their ballot paper. And you know who was Marcus' favorite campaign boys? That was Roof. And he said to Roof, you had better go first. He said, Roof, you go first. Okay, you are one of my favorite and you go first and cast your vote. Roof's spirit fell. That is, Roof's spirit fell. Spirits fell means he became sad because now is the time. He is going to cheat his leader. So Roof's spirit fell, but he let no one see it. But he did not show it on his face. All morning he had masked his deep worry with a surface exertion which was unusual even for him. So he was covering his emotions. He did not show his emotions outside. Now he dashed off in a springy fashion towards the booth. He was showing his normal springy fashion, very energetic. He was going to the booth. He did not show his sadness and all outside. In his springy fashion, he went to the booth. A policeman at the entrance searched him for illegal ballot papers and passed him. Normally, when someone goes to booth, first the policeman will search if he has any illegal papers and all with him. Like that, the policeman searched. Then the electoral officer explained to him about the two boxes. The officer started explaining, these are the two boxes. One is the box for POP, one is the box for PAP. And he explained. By this time, the spring had gone clean out of his walk. So as soon as he was nearing the box, that excitement and all slowly started going. He sidled in and was confronted by the car and the head. So he sidled in, that is, he moved inside he sidled means he slowly moved inside and there was the two boxes. One box was having car on that and one box was having head on that car and the head. He brought out his ballot paper from his pocket and looked at it. He took the ballot paper from the pocket. He looked at it. And he started thinking, how could he betray Marcus even in secret? Is it correct for me to cheat my leader, even if it is in secret, even if my leader is not going to know about it? How can I do that? His mind was confused. He was in a dilemma. He was confused. He resolved to go back to the other man and return his 5 pounds. Then he thought, let me go and return those 5 pounds. I don't want to cheat my leader, and I will go and return the 5 pounds which I have taken. Again his mind started thinking, 5 pounds. He knew at once it was impossible. Then he thought, oh no, I cannot do it because I have sworn on that that is, I have promised upon God that I am going to vote for Maduka. So I cannot do anything. I have already promised. The notes were red. The cocoa farmer busy at work. I have taken that 5 pound red color note. Now I cannot do anything. At this point, he heard the muffled voice of the policeman. So when he was standing there and thinking in front of the two boxes, he was standing and thinking. That time the policeman asked the electoral officer, what was this man doing inside? What is this man doing inside? It has been some time that he has gone in. Why is he not coming out? Why is he not coming out? Habina picking him the bond. That is, what is this man doing inside? Yes, it has been some time that he has gone inside. That policeman's sound woke Roof. That is, Roof was standing and thinking. No, suddenly he woke up. Quick as lightning, a thought leapt into Roof's mind. Immediately a thought came into Roof's mind. That is, quick as lightning, immediately. He folded the paper, tore it into two along the crease and put one half in each box. Now what he did, he tore the ballot paper into two pieces, and one half in each box he put. One he put in the box with the car symbol and one he put in the box with the head symbol. So that is what he did. He could not take another decision. He tore the ballot paper into two, one he put in each box. He took the precaution of putting the first half into Maduka's box and confirming the action verbally, I vote for Maduka. What he did, the first vote he did for Maduka, that is POP, because he has promised, no, I will put my vote for POP, and after putting, he just slowly said, I vote for Maduka. That means I have kept my promise. So that is what Roof did, because he was so confused and he was not ready to cheat his leader. After that he came out. They marked his thumb with indelible purple ink. That is, as usual, that ink mark was put on his finger. That is, after election, I think all of you will know. That is, indelible ink was put on his finger, and that was to prevent his return. That is, he should not vote again. No, that is why they put the ink. And he went out of the booth as jauntily as he had gone. And after that, he just came out of the booth very energetically, as jauntily as he had gone inside. That is, in the same energy. Now he was happy. He did not cheat anyone. That is what he was thinking. And he came with the same energy as he had gone in. He had gone in with energy. He came back with energy. So as jauntily as he had gone in, he came back, and he was very happy, and he was feeling in his mind that he has not cheated Marcus. So this is the end of the chapter, The Voter. So if we see, we can understand that this chapter explains about the influence of money on people when it comes to politics and elections. The people are attracted towards the benefits which politics give them, and that is why there are so much cheating when it comes to all these things. So that is what Chinua Achebe has tried to make us understand. So I hope the points are very clear. If you have any doubts, you can ask in the comment section, and also don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. Your likes and shares will be of a great encouragement for me to make more and more videos. And the coming videos will be about the other chapters in your English course book. So I hope to see you all soon in the next video. Thank you for watching.